Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am Amy if you are new, and I am so excited to do this video. I am going to be talking about all of the worst and best dressed guests at the royal wedding. So I'm sure you guys have heard, you really can't escape it. The royal wedding happened on Saturday, May 19th. I know I'm a little late sauce, but I really wanted to do this video since you guys loved my best and worst dressed from the Met Gala. I definitely wanted to follow that up with another pretty big event. It's definitely the wedding of the year. And I honestly spend so much time on YouTube that it just kept, any video that I'd watch, it kept going to that. So I did catch some of it and I like kind of sped through some of it. I thought that was really neat how involved they were allowing the public to be, because it really made you feel like you were a part of it. I honestly like didn't really care too much about it. I don't know if that's like so terrible to say, but I definitely was interested in the fashion, so that is what we're gonna discuss. It was a 600 guest list, I heard, and the invitation did say wear a hat. So at first I was like, what is up with all of these damn hats? But I guess it was on the invitation, so I'm gonna cut people some slack because of that. I mean, there were some people that could have gone with a different hat choice, but we'll get into all of that. So let's just start with Harry. He wore the frock coat uniform of the Blues and Royals. And I learned that it was tailored at DJ and Skinner on Savile Row. And actually, the Row, like American and Ashley the Row, they named it the Row because of Savile Row. So just so you guys know, I don't know, I love that. He gets an A+ in my book. I mean, it's like a given, of course he does. So now let's get into Serena Williams. She is there with her hubby, who is looking sharp as hell. So Serena Williams is wearing Versace, and I really love how it fits. I think it's such a flattering fit for her. I love the ruching details here on the waist and also here at the shoulder. The hat, I'm not a fan of at all. I love that blush pink color in general, especially on her. That necklace though, girl, you have to lose that necklace. I don't know, it's doing too much. Like, your neckline already comes up to here. You don't need that chunky necklace. I'm sorry. I don't know if that was like a last minute, like, oh, let me just throw this on for a little jewelry, but she should have just went for like little cute studs, something delicate, and no necklace at all. It's not needed. That is like a prime example of overkill, especially when you're wearing a hat, like, you know, you don't need all of that. But overall, I really love the dress, so, you know, like a B-. Abigail Spencer, I love this. You know how I did my wedding lookbook video, what to wear to a wedding? This I feel like is a good example of like a festive wedding because of the hat that they asked on the invitation. It's in the spring, so you can really have fun with color and print. It's not white or black tie, it's in the daytime, so you can really have fun. I think Abigail Spencer looks amazing in this polka dot dress. I feel like it's very fitting for her. Ugh, these little hats are killing me, honestly, because here's Priyanka right next to her, and that hat is killing me on her. She's such a gorgeous woman. I've actually worked with Priyanka, and she is the nicest, most professional. I love her. She even bought me a birthday cake because I was working with her on my birthday. The sweetest. It's a little like Blade Runner-y just because it looks like futuristic, but, and I'm all about a futuristic vibe, but not today. I just don't like that on her. And honestly, I feel like the suit, she could have gotten it tailored a bit more. I'm not sure if it was like a sample where you can't mess with it, but I feel like it just makes her look a little bit bulky and stiff, like uncomfortable almost. Like I feel uncomfortable for her. And that is Vivienne Westwood. I love Vivienne Westwood. What she wore to the reception, I feel like everybody turned it out for the reception. So now we have Carey Mulligan here, and she is wearing Erdem. And these are all British designers, which I think is fabulous. Obviously, I feel like they really tried to honor that. Except for Serena, is Versace's Italian, of course. But yeah, Priyanka, Vivienne Westwood, and now Carey Mulligan in Erdem. And there's a lot of Stella McCartney coming up, which I love. But yeah, I think she looks so beautiful. Again, a little like thing, but I get it. I get it. They're supposed to wear a hat. She's still giving us a little of her personal style. I like can totally see her wearing a more dressed down version of this in her everyday life. So I love it. Sabrina, I don't know actually who she is, but she kept popping up as I was looking for photos of like who attended. And she is in a Gucci cardigan, like a full Gucci moment. Her shoes are Gucci, bag is Gucci. Gucci gang, Gucci gang. It's like not really doing anything for me. I think it's mismatched. She just kind of like, oh crap, I need to throw on the hat. And I feel like it knocked down that kind of look that she was maybe going for. She's beautiful, but I don't know, is this a yes for you guys? It's kind of like a no for me. There's a lot of royals obviously in attendance. So Princess Eugenie, she kind of reminds me of like a Pan Am, like the old school flight attendants with the pillbox. I think she's wearing Chanel. I couldn't find a resource that definitely said that it was Chanel, but it looks like Chanel. I think it looks great on her. I think it's like a really good fit for sure. It fits her like a glove. The snug little sleeves. I love a high neck. I absolutely adore a high neck. And little pockets, like it's cute, but the pillbox hat, I don't know, just together it starts to look costumey. So I think she could have done something a little bit different. Princess Beatrice, I don't know if these girls are sisters, are they? They look alike, kind of. It makes me feel like itchy in a way. All those little beads, or I don't know what they are. They almost look like little micro beads and like an exfoliating scrub. It might be so different in real life, but for me right now, it's not giving me anything that I want. So the queen, of course, she gets an A+ in my book. She's the queen. This is just her look. She is on brand. She knows what works for her. I love the fun contrast of the purple with the green. It is this lime green silk ensemble by Stuart Parvin and an Angela Kelly hat. I think the little bag is a nice touch with her shoes matching that. Her little gloves. She's just the cutest thing on earth, and of course she's gonna kill it. She's the queen. So on to my other queen, Miss Oprah Winfrey. And I follow Oprah on Instagram, and she was like, had this other dress that I guess was like an ivory color. It would have photographed as white, and she didn't want to have that kind of moment. Like Christina and I said in our what to wear to a wedding, just stay clear of white or anything that looks like white, because you don't want to be disrespectful or come across like, I don't care, I'm gonna wear this white anyway, you know? So Oprah checked herself, and she ended up getting this custom dress from Stella McCartney, and she looks beautiful. I love this color on her. I love this color in general. It's like what I have a lot of in my closet too, so I'm like very just drawn to it. And I think she wore the hat very well. The big hat suits her big personality, so it flows. I love the shoes. I feel like it cuts her at just the right spot, because I feel like if she would have had an ankle strap, it would have maybe like cut her weird or like made her look shorter, since the dress does come a bit longer, like past her knees. So I love the whole look. The tiny little bag is so cute. Stella McCartney had a few moments in the royal wedding, which is so nice, because I was a little bit let down at the Met Gala. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't talk about Miley, but I feel like it was fine for Miley, but I was just like, really? So Oprah is slaying in this little pink number. I love it. So next we have Amal Clooney. I'm just like ignoring the guys. I'm like, yeah, you're in a suit. I mean, George looks great. He's in this little like striped yellow tie, but let's talk about Amal. She really redeemed herself after that Met Gala moment. I mean, it wasn't even a moment. It was a cringe moment. I did not like what she wore at all to the Met, and I was just like, oh, that's how she rolls. But here she looks great. I love this hat. One of my top picks for sure for this whole wedding guest, because she really stood out to me. I was like, whoa, like you were just drawn to her. I think it was the yellow, her makeup, her hair, everything. I think she looked great. I mean, I even was like, oh, George who, you know? Now we have James Corden and Julia Carey. The dress fits her really nicely. It's just a little bit like, ma. So next we have Pippa Middleton. I feel like she was maybe a little bit cautious. Like, I don't want to upstage the bride like she did her sister. But all I can see now after so many memes is the Arizona tea, iced tea can. That's all I see when I see this dress. So I'm just like automatically turned off. I'm sure there was so many other options. Like, that's what gets me sometimes, like, why, what made you choose that one? So that brings us to Kate, the Duchess of Cambridge. And I feel like Princess Charlotte stole the show. She is so cute. Oh my gosh. I like wanted to squeeze her little cheeks. I loved seeing her pop up in the videos all the time. She is the cutest thing. When I first saw pictures of Kate, I thought she was wearing white, but it is like a very pale primrose yellow, they're saying. Primrose yellow. She's wearing Alexander McQueen. She looks super sharp. It's like a little frock coat. And her heels are great. Like everything, she just looks pristine and great and classy and sophisticated. I honestly feel like she dresses pretty boring on the day-to-day. So, I mean, I'm not really expecting much from her. Duke of Cambridge. He looks great. He's wearing the same thing as his bro. Kate Middleton's mom, she looks stunning. She's in this like seafoam moment that I love. That's honestly my favorite color. So like that soft pink and the seafoam are my jam. I love those colors, and mixed together it's even more of a pastel dream for me. I actually feel like the moms and then like Kate, like they're all in these like really pastel colors. So now that the formal photos have came out, it looks so beautiful, and it ties in with like the green and the flowers, all of those colors coming together, because actually Meghan's mom wore something kind of similar to Kate's mom, except she just left it open. That does bring me to Doria Ragland. She looks so cute. Oh my gosh, I loved seeing her just like as much as I loved seeing Princess Charlotte. I love seeing her pop up in the videos because you could just feel her warmth and her like happiness for her daughter. And she is in custom Oscar de la Renta. I love this too. It's again not too much of a seafoam, but a little bit of a seafoam, more of like a Spring Street green. Her sensible little heels. I mean, she's older, I get it, but it looks good. It looks, everything works for her. So Cressida Bonus is here as well, and she is actually Prince Harry's ex, is what I learned. I was reading fine print and it said that it was his ex-girlfriend. It's so weird that she's there. I'm like, are you like a family friend? I actually don't like this dress at all. Like, not an ounce, not an ounce, especially for a wedding. Again, I don't really know these people, so I don't know what their vibe is. I always kind of cut people slack if it like goes with their persona, but I don't really know who she is. I'm not sure if she's like super bohemian, like a world traveler. I don't know. It reminds me of, who's that designer? It was always in the showrooms and it would never get picked when I was like styling. There was like a certain rack that would never ever get picked, and that's what it's reminding me of, like leftovers. And now we have Gina Torres. I love, love, love this dress. It hits right at the ankle, which I love that silhouette. I feel like it's so sophisticated and it really lengthens you. I don't know, she seems really tall naturally. But I love the color, I love the pattern, I love the material. It looks so fine and just beautiful, ethereal, but still with like some fierceness in it. And I love that she paired it with those like pointed pumps. I feel like it just continues to elongate her and still adding to that sophisticated feel that she's already serving. My only thing, girl, Gina, that hat. It looks like a bucket hat meets fedora, and I'm not into either of those. Really takes away from how beautiful and sophisticated and pretty and beautiful this dress is. I love this dress. I want this dress. Who makes it? I need to know. Now we have Posh and Bex. Oh my god. First, let's talk about David. This is like the only guy that I really want to talk about because he upstaged his wife. Is he ever gonna like not look hot? I love the little tailcoat that he has going on and like the double-breasted vest inside. It's just like a full three-piece suit. Like he showed up and showed out, and I'm here for it. I have nothing but good things to say about him. Victoria, she's actually wearing one of her own designs. I think it's a little bit too dark and serious for this spring wedding though. I get she's trying to like add a little punch with the shoes, but I don't know. It just looks very dark and serious. I don't know. I guess she's on brand. Sorry about the noise. Actually, the trash is going around. So now we get to talk about Meghan Markle, Her Royal Highness, Duchess of Sussex. So this dress, I absolutely love it. I was like in a group chat with some of my cousins and they were saying that like they weren't really like a fan of it. I personally love it. It's so minimal, it's so clean, it's timeless. This is the kind of wedding photo that you can look back 50 years from now, 100 years from now, and you're gonna be like, wow, that is stunning. So there's a lot of speculation of which dress she was gonna wear, which British designer. I know Ralph and Rousseau was definitely a favorite, but she did end up going with this beautiful, elegant Givenchy, which I don't know, I think she's like a little bit rebelde. There was something that I read when I was pulling some of these photos where she like refused to obey Prince Harry. I don't know. There was something along the lines. I'm not really sure how these like royal weddings work. I read that and I was like, yeah, girl. And also how Claire is the first female creative director for Givenchy. It's just like this underlying theme of like women empowerment going up in the royal wedding. So I really love that. So the dress itself looked like it was satin. It looked a bit stiffer. Again, with the fit, I think it could have been, I don't know if she maybe like lost weight. I know a lot of brides end up losing a lot of weight before the big day and then it's like too late to do any alterations. I don't know if that's what happened there. I wish it would have just been like a little shoop, like just pulled in just a hair, just to get rid of some of that excess fabric and some of those like ripplings that were going on through the bodice. Like I said, I really love the dress. I think it's super elegant. And what really did it for me was, of course, the veil. If you guys see the design, like the actual sketches of the dress, oh my gosh, it looks so beautiful. I can see why she felt so in love with this dress and went with this dress. So the veil was 16 feet long. And the veil actually was designed representing all of the distinctive flora from all the 53 Commonwealth countries. So I thought that was super neat that that was all represented in that veil. It was so beautifully composed throughout, and of course that 16 feet is just so dramatic and so necessary, I think, as a contrast to the simplistic dress. Her dress had this beautiful bateau neckline, which really gave her that little clavicle action. I think one of the sexiest part of the body is the collarbone, so I love that neckline. I'm a fan, and I'm really excited now to see what she's gonna be wearing. You know how people kind of went to town with like Kate Middleton style and all of that, so I'm really excited to see what Miss Meghan Markle, well, we can't really call her that anymore, right? But honestly, my favorite moment out of everything, out of this whole royal wedding, the guest, everything, was her Stella McCartney moment. I love that dress. And that's actually the dress that's making me excited to see what else she's gonna be wearing, because that dress is just modern, chic, fun, but sexy, just all of the above. It was perfection. And that moment when the Duke and Duchess depart from the Windsor Castle in that little blue Jaguar, oh, I read it was electric as well. It was like redone so that it could be electric. I'm like, oh, sustainable chic. Plus her Stella moment, and it just kind of looks very Bond, like James Bond-like, and Harry looking so svelte and like, oh, I was obsessed with that. That is like, to me, a scene out of a movie. Perfection. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm so excited to hear. I loved hearing everybody's opinion at the Met Gala. I know this isn't as avant-garde, but it's still super fun. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and give this a like if you like these best and worst, or just talking about fashion. I finally have like a crowd that actually cares. Now I don't have to like bore my family and have them tune out when I'm talking about all of this. So thank you so much for tuning in today and spending your time with me. I really appreciate that. If you are still into all of the royal wedding, don't forget to watch my Meghan makeup if you haven't already. And I will see you in my next video. When is there gonna be a Latina up in the royal family? Bye guys.